Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Late Night on Base. I am your boy, the one and only Bill the Bull, back at it. Excited for this one. We have Fofar on base with Manchester 0788, the lead man, the lead Chad, as we like to say it. And without further ado, my friend, Manchester, how are you doing today, my friend?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. Finally, base chain volume is picking up. You see, like these high caps already, like starting to move. And I understand, like, first the high caps move, then the mid caps, and then it trickles down to the low caps. So I'm excited for base chain. To me, it's so undervalued. I was in the 2021 bull run, so I understand what happens in matter of days. You'll wake up to these like green candles and it's like crazy. So I'm just excited, brother. I'm excited to what's coming.
Absolutely. Myself included. I'm excited because I can feel, when we're in the base trenches as me and you, we feel the energy, we feel the liquidity flowing back, we feel the excitement. It's just, I feel like base is still being slept on, even though it's looking really good. It has a massive room to grow just because of everything that's happening. So blessed, man. We're blessed to be on
Yeah,
base.
100%. We're really blessed. Yes, sir.
Literally love it. So, Manchester, for those might be listening to this on Spotify, maybe they came across one of my live streams and realizing we're doing a podcast. Maybe they saw on YouTube, on chain. They're coming across, Fofar on base for the very first time. Why don't you help us and help them? What is Fofar on base?
Yes, perfectly. Full Foreign Base is the last character for the in the Boys Club comic, famously known for Pepper the Frog. He's introduced in the comic by Landwolf when Landwolf asks him about his body art. Then Fofar shows Landwolf his 311 tramp stamp tattoo, which says, "Trust your instincts, let go of regret." Fofar also makes a second appearance in the Matt Furie TV animation Double Fried as a photographer for Fleabone and Baby Girl and their new baby that they're taking a picture with. So basically, Fleabone steals this baby, which is an egg, and he just wants to impress his the girl that he really has a crush on, called Baby Girl. So then he goes out of his way, and then he just does whatever it takes to get her. So finally he gets her with the baby because she's only interested in being with somebody that wants a family.
No.
So that's why he steals the egg and makes it think like, this is my egg and I want to have a family with you. So Fofar comes in, and then he takes a snapshot, a photo of Fleabone, Baby Girl, and the egg. And we're actually the first to discover this. In October 23rd, we posted it on our X that we were the first to discover that Fofar appear on Double Fried. We're like in the trenches all the time. We're just looking at anything we can find to bring out more content for Fofar. And it was just an amazing thing to see that Fofar has two narratives in the Boys Club, which is huge because of Pepe, and Pepe, is carrying
Sure.
everybody in the Boys Club with it. And then now he's got another narrative that's only Matt Furie's TV animated pilot, which is, like really, really amazing. Matt Furie created this cartoon thing, which it got rejected. But there's talks, there's always there's these rumors that he's trying to get it back, and he's trying to make
Wow.
another. Yeah, he's trying to make another animation of it. So if this happens, things are just gonna get heated up. And he's the only one. Fofar is the only one from the characters of the Boys Club to be in the Double Fried. Basically, we have been running this CTO for 5 months now. We are doing original handmade art. We decided to go this route because we wanted to be different. We wanted to stand out. The handmade art takes several hours to do, and this is to show how much effort that we're putting in the work, and how we're taking things organically. Basically, I'm treating this CTO like a business. And I have a business myself, so I'm a big believer that when you run a business, you don't ask your employees for money. So basically, I've been paying everything on my own. Dex tools, Dex screeners, coin market cap, updated base scan. We have a lifetime partnership with the Kid and Walt show. All the art that gets put out is basically coming from my payment. And like, I've invested so much money and so much time in Fofar, and this is why I'm like super passionate and truly invested in Fofar. And so yeah, this is Fofar in a nutshell. It's got double narrative, and he's the only one in the boys club characters to have a double narrative, which is bullish in my point of view.
That, in my point of view as well, I think there's a lot to unpack, and I want to unpack. First of all, your passion is contagious. Anyone listening to this sense, and it's a good thing though. It's a good
Yeah,
thing.
I love it.
I think it's extremely important because when the 1 billion, 2 billion new users come in on chain, the thing that's going to resonate the most with them is not an anon character that they don't know if the dev's going to rug. They don't know if the dev is like it's hidden somewhere plain sight. They don't know. But those that come on streams, podcasts like yourself, who's leading a project and can actually put themselves out there, not hide behind a mask. You see the passion, you see the enthusiasm. How can you not be bullish on Fofar with knowing the leadership of like yourself? I'm very bullish, man.
100%, brother. Like, I tell my community, like, just trust the process. We don't have to rush anything. The bull run is not next month. It's not next week. It's not tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
in like 5 to 6 months. We have a lot of time. I know people get like crazy because you know how crypto is. 1 week is a month in crypto. So they get like frustrated. Oh, why is the chart not moving? I said, listen, we're building organically right now. There's no need to rush. It's not like the bull run is next week. So like organically growing is all I think is just the best way to go. And word of mouth, doing AMAs and just doing podcasts with you. Like, it's just, I have no rush. And yeah, I love the process, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about building on Base is the like unlike Solana where it's like quick validation right away, projects can last literally 4 hours before they move on. Base has I mean, it's fun, but there's also like that's the game. Base is a different kind of clientele where people are willing to kind of let things play out, let builders build, let narratives come. And I think in a project like you, it's what we call a slow cook. And a
Yes.
slow cook is a beautiful thing because I know I can park my money and it's not going to be gone. So there's benefits to it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, and I don't blame people because, they come from a place like Solana where every coin just literally just 10x's, 20x's, some 100x. If you're lucky enough, you'll get 100x in 3 days, 2 days. And then, those people, they're not long-term investors. People don't understand that the bull run, it will make more money than your average day-to-day traders if you hold on to a right coin, a right narrative, like the boys club. Pepe's gonna hit what, 50 billion, probably more. And then in the normies basically, they start out following influencers, but then they start getting smart. They're gonna start asking, once Pepe like surpasses shit, and they're gonna start asking to themselves, like, who's this Pepe guy? Where does he come from?
Mhm.
And then they're gonna start figuring out, okay, he comes from the boys club. Oh, let me order this boys club. Boom. Then they're gonna see the information right there. No influencer is gonna show them anything. They're gonna see the information. It's just like one of those things where the information is so easy that you'll see there's 6 characters, and those characters are expensive. We all missed the beginning of the boys club run, unfortunately. And now we have Fofar, the last character, who's sitting right now at a market cap of 400K. So cheap, so undervalued, with like high end content, handmade art. Like I said, this art doesn't take 1 or 2 hours. It literally takes about 3 to 4 hours to do, depending on how the artist wants to go with the art. So it's like, our hard work and, our dedication to this project is just gonna, I'm gonna open the right doors, and the right doors are just gonna have the right views, and we're just gonna moon.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you're being consistent, and I want to share with the viewers your chart and the narrative, and I think it's very important for those that are watching to understand the narrative of the boys club, and this is not only just the boys club that's going to help propel Fofar, but also this new narrative that you're saying with Matt Furie's show that hasn't been released. But if it does, and he's the only character, Fofar is the only character, we
100%.
live in an attention economy. Memes are determined by the attention of what it can receive. So obviously that is a massive catalyst if it happens, because it's two narratives. But for those that aren't familiar, Pepe is big. Pepe is almost a $10 billion market cap. I want to share this with people. Again, this is about a 10 billion, a part of the boys club narrative. Now that's going to spill over to the other characters, and one of them is being Fofar. So Pepe is a big deal. Just got listed on base. And now if we look at Fofar's chart, which I want people to understand, and I want to ask some questions about this, I'm very bullish on what you guys are doing. And the reason being is, for those that are looking, you see the chart. This is a beautiful chart that's been in play. You guys have been out since June, and it's just been a constant upward trajectory. And you've hit about a high of about close to 2 mil, and you guys are trucking along. Most projects don't survive. First of all, most projects don't survive this long. If they didn't have good intentions, this is what would happen, everyone. This is what would happen. It would be boom, down, rug. But not you guys. You guys are just trucking along, and you guys are eventually going to go up. I have no doubt about it. Let me ask you this. What does it feel like, Manchester, to be a part as the lead of the CTO and seeing the project from infancy to now, and it's continuing on its upward trajectory? How does that make you feel as a person to know that your hard work is paying off, even if it's a little slower than you imagined?
Honestly, I feel honored and proud because this is just a testimony of, with hard work and consistency, it's like you can do anything. Things can get done. I have little influence in the crypto space, and I came into Fofar with a lot of faith and knowing that I can accomplish my goals with Fofar. So it's been tough. Crypto is a roller coaster, but I love every minute of it, man. I just love it.
Right.
If it was easy to be a millionaire, everybody would do it. So I love every second of it, because when I make it and when I see Fofar hit millions, I'm not gonna remember those days. I'm gonna remember the days that I woke up early to go to the Telegram to see how the chat is doing. I'm gonna remember all those late nights. I'm not gonna remember, I'm gonna be happy, but I'm gonna remember all those days that had me to come to when Fofar is in millions. So I'm just happy, man. I'm just so happy.
That's awesome to hear. Talk to me about your guys' community, because at the end of the day, we all know that a meme is only as good as the members behind it. You can have the best project, but if there's not that core brand of followers who become your evangelical followers who are going to push the narrative for you, the meme's not going to go anywhere. So talk to us about, how is the Fofar community on base been so far? Is it active? What's the vibe like?
Yes, so the full farm base community has been really active. I got my day one holders who've been loyal to me, who've been loyal to full farm base. They're just like every raid we raid together. We consistently keep the chat open and active. I mean, and I have a daily job. So when I'm at work, I have the community keeping it active, keeping it just friendly, asking each other how our day's going, just having conversation like we're on the phone, but just conversation on the chat. So I'm really happy with my community, and it's just getting stronger. If the chart speaks for itself, there's people holding, there's people bullish on it, and they see the long-term vision and they trust in Fofar, and I am not gonna let them down, man.
I love that. I love to hear, that you're not going to let them down. You're doing what you can. And I think that work ethic that you are bringing in the real world to this project is hard to fade, actually, to be
Yeah.
honest. No, but that's a good thing. Let me ask you this. So we all know, and a lot of the things that I like to do on these interviews and these podcasts is, we're all entrepreneurs. We're taking a path. If you're in crypto, you're an entrepreneur. You're trying to take the road less traveled to make a better life for you, your loved ones,
Yes.
those that are around you. So by definition, you're an entrepreneur if you are going down this path, especially if you're heading a project like you are. You are somebody that's a trailblazer, innovator, but it's not all roses, as you can say, right? There's a lot of struggles, and I know you talked about them, but can you, maybe tell us what has been a difficulty? So when you first started till now, what has been something that you've encountered that you literally never imagined or anticipated with the project, and how did you overcome it?
Something that I can you repeat that question again? Just want to
Yeah,
make
no, just like it's not all roses and sunshine when you build something. There's a lot of difficulties. And as a builder, as when you first decided, hey, I want to lead Fofar and take this to the top, you may have started to encounter something that you may have never anticipated. Maybe it was some sort of struggle. Maybe it was some sort of like something that you never in a million years would have expected leading a project. So, if you don't mind, what has been something that stands out to you, an obstacle for say that you never encountered or never expected, but yet you've overcome it somehow to give some inspiration to others in a difficult spot?
I knew running a project was gonna be hard. And I've always considered myself like a grinder. I'm from New York, and we just grind constantly, day and night. A frustration is when you
Like,
put in the work, and then you see the chart going up, and then
yeah,
you see like a big dump. You get frustrated. We are human beings, and the best thing to do is, I always say, if you can't control nothing, don't stress over it. Just keep working. Your work speaks for itself. Just keep hustling, and eventually people will see your vision slowly. And that's probably the only thing that I've seen that I personally had to overcome, was
yeah,
when I see a chart down after like grinding and a lot of buys, and then someone comes and cheats it for, like, I had a G for 13K, and then I'm like, oh my god, what I do? I was like, hey, it is what it is. You can't tell people to hold. You
yeah,
can't tell nobody to not sell. This is crypto, and I don't know what he's going through. Maybe he needed the money. Who knows? And if he did, go ahead. I always say life comes first, crypto comes second, and it's part of the game. Just got to keep going, and eventually your community, you're gonna get more people. You're gonna just it'll outwork the cheats.
yeah. I think the mental aspect is something that a lot of people don't really understand prior to running a project. I think there is absolutely a mental hurdle that you have to overcome because it's natural human behavior to kind of be taken aback when someone drops a chart um, after putting in all the hard work. But you have the right mindset. You can't control that. You can only control your mind and focusing on what you do. So I think that's really good advice. Manchester, so let me ask you this:
Yes.
what are your thoughts? We're a base project. You're a base project.
Uh,
Base. What
yes.
are your thoughts on base, just in general? Where do you see base 1 year from now?
All right. The main reason I'm so bullish on base is the gas fees. Like I said, I was in the 2021 bull run. I remember when I was buying a coin, I had to spend $150 on one meme coin. And everybody's mistake is going to be the same mistake I made. They buy the max capacity and they don't leave no ETH gas fees for the sell. Okay? What happens is, when it's time to sell, they go crazy looking for ETH. They don't know where to buy it, they don't know where to get it. And then by the time they find it, they go to their wallet, to happen to be that they're missed out, and they still gotta pay an extra $3, and now they gotta find more ETH. It's just a hassle to get to when you want to sell a coin. In the 2021, it was a hassle for me to just get ETH. I mean, it's hard enough in the states to use crypto in the United States, and there's a limit to your credit card. And if you're maxed out on the limit and you can't buy no more ETH, that's it. Your opportunity, of selling it when it was at the top is done. And then once that starts once the meme coins sell off, then you missed a lot of X's. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right on that. I think if you're part of the bull run in 2021, the gas fees are exorbitant. So obviously there is a need for a cheap transactional fee. And I think that's actually a better reason. That's actually why BSC did so well in 2021. I don't know if you ever played on Binance Smart Chain, did you?
yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened with the Wi-Fi. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I hear you loud and clear. No, that's the beautiful thing about Late Night on Base. We do podcasts and it's all good. You never know what to expect. Expect the unexpected, but that's why
Yes.
podcasts are dope.
Yes,
No,
sir. So,
but I was saying though, I agree with you. Base fees when you're around 2021, when you're paying a few $100s a transaction, then it becomes a whale's paradise. And then it's for the majority of people, they don't want to be around that, which is why BSC did so well. Binance. Did you ever mess around with Binance Smart Chain back then?
oh yeah, Binance was my home back in 2021. Oh my God, everybody on DeFi was all over Binance, and that's why they say history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
Yeah.
And I know 2021 was BNB run, and I remember clearly. It went from $30 to $646, 640 something in a matter of months.
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. And in this bull run, believe it or not, Coinbase is going to run so hard because it's going to be Coinbase's turn.
Totally agree with you. Absolutely. And that's why I think when people realize it's cheap to transact, there's just as many, the builders, the energy, the coins backed by Coinbase. I think the memes on Base are going to do really well. Manchester, final question to you. Talk to us about anything about maybe in the future plans for Fofar, anything to look forward to, IRL events, or just anything in nature for the community.
The exchanges are coming. They're gonna come. The partnerships are gonna come. More handmade art is gonna come. Everything's gonna come. I have no intention of stopping anytime. This is only the beginning for me, and like I said, I'm a hustler. I'm a grinder, and I keep telling my community, Fofar on Base will be the Fofar of this bull run. And with having a double narrative, this gives us more content to provide. And it's I'm just excited. I just want a little bit of more organic growth. I don't want to put out the exchanges at underneath a million. It's just because these exchanges, they want, apart from you spending the money, they want a certain amount of coins. And at a 400K market cap, that's like me giving away free money because these coins are going to be worth more. So if, let's say, I was looking into Biconomy, they wanted $5,000 up front and $5,000 worth of Fofar. So if I give them $5,000 worth of Fofar now at these prices, that's like me just giving away money, So I want Fofar to just build up a little bit more. So when I do give them the $5,000 worth of Fofar, I have to give them less Fofar so that I can keep more Fofar. So for future other exchanges. So it's I know people want the exchanges and it's going to come. I just want a little bit of organic growth, and I just want to build up Fofar a little bit more before we actually look into these things. But they're all going to come, trust me. I've been very fortunate enough to be in crypto since 2021, build my portfolio. I'm a gem hunter. A lot of people know Manchester 0788. I got into a lot of early coins. My portfolio is very, very, very good. And I'm just waiting for a little bit of growth on my portfolio, and I'm going to chunk in a good amount of my my winnings into Fofar. And, I know it's going to come. It's just a matter of time.
I love it. Manchester, thanks for jumping on the podcast, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you having me, man.
Pleasure. Everyone, if you're listening to this on Spotify, head over to YouTube. On YouTube, we're going to make sure to have Fofar on Bases, X's information along with their website. And you'll also be able to find Late Night on Bases information as well. Look forward to seeing the growth of Fofar. I have no doubt with the leadership of Manchester, it's going to go to higher places. All right, everyone. That concludes another episode of Late Night on Base. We hope you enjoyed the episode when we release it, and we'll chat with you all later. Take care, everyone.